ever happened to you? You drop your helmet? I'm sure it has, especially just after you bought a brand new one. So there's a lot of talk out there about the helmet being, once you drop it, you have to get rid of it. That comes from the fact that once a helmet is used in the way it's designed to be used, which means your head is inside of it when it hits a hard object, which we don't ever want to have happen, that helmet needs to be replaced. The reason is because inside the helmet, you have this foam. Now this foam compresses. So if your helmet hits an object and your head is inside, it compresses that foam. If your helmet hits the ground, that fiberglass is not damaged. The structural integrity of the fiberglass can handle much, much more than that kind of a hit. It has to do with the fact that your head has compressed the foam, and if you hit another object in that spot, there's no cushioning for your head, and you have some potential injury. So the next time you drop your helmet, yes, please get upset because you just messed up a nice helmet, a nice paint job. I understand that. But you don't have to throw the helmet away just because it dropped on the ground. So that's something to think about. While we're on the topic, there are some things you can do to help take care of your helmet, especially if you travel doing track days. Here's a quick little, it just holds the helmet, secure, it's padded. You spend $600 or $800 for a helmet. It's nice to have something that takes care of it. This one is by Moto D. Let's put this on the ground so we don't drop it. Here's another one. I use this one for track days because it has some extra compartments. I got my gloves in there, a second pair of gloves, and inside, what I like about this one, it carries the helmet. I've got other things in there, do-rags, have an extra shield, and I can even carry my base layer for those hot days so the leathers are not sticking. So by all means, if you drop your helmet, yes, you have every right to be upset because it scratches the paint, scratches the shield, etc. But it doesn't mean you need to replace that $700 helmet. Now, there's another little tip that comes along. Many, as you know, and maybe you don't, for you new riders out there, helmets are shaped differently. So you definitely want to try the helmet on because an oval head and a round helmet is not going to work. You want to get a helmet that works with the shape of your head. If you have a helmet that happens to have some hot spots and there's pressure on that, I know that can be very painful. You can take the back of a screwdriver. Now, don't quote me on this, but I'm just telling you, it does relieve the pressure. But if you think about what I just said, once you compress the cushioning inside, it does reduce the capability to protect you, the capability of the helmet to protect you. But you can push this edge at the back of the screwdriver into the foam and just twist it like that. Just kind of slightly, try it on, do this a few times so you're not over compressing the foam. But what that'll do is it pushes the foam in against those hot spots that are making you uncomfortable. Give it a try. Again, understand that you're compromising the helmet slightly, but you're talking about moving it a 16th to an eighth of an inch, so you're not taking away that much protection. Now here's a fun fact. Many of you may know from going to track days that you can't use an automobile helmet on a motorcycle track day, and you can't use a motorcycle on an auto track day. Why is that? The car helmets are designed to take this impact in the same place over and over and over. Think about it. You're harnessed in the car. Your head's not hitting the pavement, it's hitting the roll bar. So it's hitting the roll bar in the same exact place. The helmet has to be able to take 2 to 3 impacts in that area without putting too much pressure on your head. If you use a car helmet in a motorcycle environment, you don't get enough cushioning because the cushioning is designed to absorb multiple times, so you're not getting that much absorption on the first one, which is why you don't use a motorcycle helmet in a car. You hit the roll bar one time, the cushioning's gone, and now your second or third blow, you're gonna end up with a concussion. That's gonna help. The only way you're gonna drop it this way is if you take it off and drop it. The last thing you wanna do is put the helmet on the seat, and that's how most of them end up dropping, because you move the bike, or you forget, or you bounce into it as you're putting gas in, and you knock the helmet on the ground. Most of us have been there. I used to use a little trick in hanging on the foot peg on the other side. so the exhaust doesn't burn it, but that's another alternative. Sometimes with the rear peg, again, in this case, the exhaust would be in there, but I like that one the best. Strapping, connecting the strap obviously will work. The best solution is keep it on your head and go riding, so let's do that. See you next time.